Next up at UFC Vegas 56, we have the main event of the evening. We have Alexander Volkov taking on Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Alexander Volkov, 34-10. He's 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off a submission loss to Tom Aspinall. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, 12-3 overall, 2-3 in his last 5. He's coming off a canceled fight with Marcin Tybura and a loss to Curtis Blades before that. Alexander Volkov is a top 10 heavyweight, and he has been for the better part of 5 years. He's a very good striker. He's a very high IQ fighter who has fast hands and solid volume. He picks his shots well, and he will adapt in a fight. He's not a big power guy, but his volume and timing do suit him well enough to get finishes. And despite the last-minute loss to Derek Lewis, he does have a good chin, and he's a very durable guy. Jairzinho Rozenstruik is a very heavy-handed striker. He's coming off a one-sided loss to Curtis Blades, but before that, he had a nice win over Augusto Sakai. And what was really cool or interesting or nice about that win over Augusto Sakai is we saw Jairzinho pushing the pace. He was the one moving forward because historically, Rozenstruik is a counter striker who waits and then he falls behind on the scorecards. Then he either loses a decision or just lands that big punch and gets it done there. And then the biggest issue with Rozenstruik's style is if he's just so one-dimensional with the striking. If he can't win those exchanges, he doesn't have a backup plan. He's not going to go to his wrestling. He has 0 takedowns in the UFC. He does have a solid takedown defense at 75%, but he has been taken down by all the better guys in the division, not even just wrestlers. Gane took him down. Alistair Overeem took him down as well. And it's a very interesting fight because a lot of people are giving up on Volkov, saying he looked terrible in his last few fights and he's on the downside of his career. But I just don't see it that way at all. Like, yes, he lost to Tom Aspinall, but Tom's a killer, and he out-grappled Volkov. Before that, he lost to Curtis Blades. But again, he was out-grappled there, and before that, he lost to Cyril Gane. But Cyril's movement was insane in that fight, and obviously, Cyril was the interim champion for a little bit. So I think Volkov plays a long technical striking game here with Rozenstruik. I think he can win that fight. Frankly, even if Volkov wanted to mix in some takedowns like he did against Stefan Struve and Fabricio Verdum, he'll have some success. So the one and only thing that worries me for Volkov in this matchup is the Derek Lewis loss. He was dominating, literally seconds away, got clipped. And that's, honestly, Jairzinho Rozenstruik almost fights the exact same way. But I'm going Volkov here, man. I trust his fight IQ. I think he's the far better fighter, and I think he's going to avoid the knockout. A lot of you are just trashing Alexander Volkov, but I love him here. I think he gets it done, and you're shaking your head. You disagree?
No, I can't believe that people are trashing Volkov. Oh. I'm a big Volkov guy. The guy will beat, in a kickboxing match, he's going to beat 99% of the division. He only loses a kickboxing match to Cyril Gane, who's going to beat everyone else pretty much in a kickboxing match. And you mentioned the Derek Lewis fight. I know he got knocked out in that fight, but it actually shows how good he is because he was able to keep the distance for 2.5 or 2. I mean, almost completely. No,
he literally
3
lost
rounds.
with seconds left.
Yeah, and he just got a little aggressive. I think he was trying to put a stamp on the fight because he dominated that. He was coming to get forward a little bit too much. I think he learned his lesson in that fight. If you're in a kickboxing match versus Volkov, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. And obviously anything can happen. Biggie Boy's got big power, but I cannot believe how many people are so high on Biggie Boy. When I put that poll up for Lock of the Week, who's going to be Lock of the Week, I think Biggie Boy might have been number one, honestly. People are so high. I know it's kind of what have you done for me lately, and we saw Volkov, get finished in his last fight, but Biggie Boy's not going to take him down in arm bar or whatever, Volkov. It's going to be a kickboxing distance fight. Volkov is going to be putting the front kicks out there, coming with the jab, point him to death, avoid the knockout, and he's going to win this fight. I think he wins it pretty handily. When Volkov is on his game in a kickboxing match, when he's able to find his rhythm, you can't touch the guy. You can't. You saw what happened with Derek Lewis. He couldn't touch him. He couldn't touch him. And once he did touch him, I mean, it hurt a little bit, but he couldn't touch him for almost 3 entire rounds. So I think it's more of the same in this fight. Volkov is very, very underrated as a fighter. I think it's a Volkov play 100% all the way. We might, if we're going to look stupid, I'm happy to look stupid with you, Angelo.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is not a bad pick. Like, obviously Jairzinho Rozenstruik has got big power, and anytime you got 2 heavyweights and one of them's got big power, you go for it. And Monkey Knife Fight, first of all, I think it's probably more and more on the strike line. I think this goes to a decision, and I think they can get past that strike line.
But if you want, Volkov's only 33, which is kind of crazy.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah, he seems like one of those guys that's like 38, 39. Okay, he just lost on the tail end. He could be just get going, man. He's just going.
No, I completely agree. And listen, Monkey Knife Fight, we talk about the strike line, but this could be a knockout Kings play for Rozenstruik. I think Alexander Volkov wins this fight, but the beauty of knockout Kings in Monkey Knife Fight is you can pick any 3 fighters on the entire card. So you don't need to win all of them. You just need one of those 3 to win by KO or TKO. And then
guys,
you'll
sign
go
up
ahead
for Monkey Knife Fight.
and
If nothing
and you'll
else,
make some money.
This is serious for Knockout Kings, because Knockout Kings is so easy. You only have to get one of 3, and I mean, you guys are so smart. I know everyone in this chat can easily pick one of 3 people to get a knockout on this card. So,
well, it's KO
sign up and Jesus.
It's KO or TKO, which is nice because we have a couple dominant wrestlers. Anyway, if you do want to check that out,
We got the smartest chat on YouTube. Sign up, pick somebody, pick 3 people to get. You get one, and you're winning money. That's so easy to sign up. Monkey Knife Fight. Come on, guys. Rent's due tomorrow.
I paid Jacob, and now look at him. He's thirsty for the cash. Anyway, that's weonpicks.com/MKF. The DraftKings line, I have to look at what Volkov scores in these decision wins because I think it's a decision win. There's going to be no control time, no real takedowns. It's just going to be strike, 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 a million strikes. I got to see what Volkov scores in that because if he scores well in that, then in similar fights, then I'll have him in my DraftKings lineup. But that's what it'll come down to.
He's gonna be in mine.
Okay, cool. We already mentioned Monkey Knife Fight, so that's the breakdown, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you want $50 free, go to weonpicks.com/bets. You sign up, you make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. Any last words, Jake?
No, I just want to say to all my single ladies out there, again, my Instagram, Twitter, JT_lines. Hit me up. Let's get something going. I'm a good guy. Angelo, right? I'm a good guy. Right? A little weird at times.
I would say you're a good guy who...
Got a hammer. I mean...
Okay. Anyway.
Onlyfans.com/the freckled salamander. Check it out.
You honestly should just make one at this point and just have it do like what Chase...
Chase Hooper's, somebody sent me, I don't know if she's in the chat, but she sent me Chase Hooper's OnlyFans, the screenshots for him. It's just regular pictures. It's free, so he just does it, I think, just to do it. But
so you should do that because you keep pushing freckled salamander.
The freckled salamander, that would be good. And then every once in a while, throw a little $5 to unlock this, and we'll see who signs up. I know Jester will spend it. It'll be one view, Jester. I appreciate the support, Jester.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you later this week.